Hello, my name is Tiffany Rail, and I have completed a research essay on how you can get free tuition in 2017 in Canada. Throughout this presentation, I will provide information on who can receive free tuition, where this money is coming from, and the effects on our economy these changes will bring. As a child raised by a single mother in a low-income household, I am statistically geared for failure. I have followed the statistical path of working from an early age, reproducing at an early age of 21, and then I started thinking outside the low income box. I applied for OSAP and started putting myself through school and was surprised to discover how well I would do. Many students in my situation have excuses not to do what I am doing, the big one being, how will I support my family if I'm in school? The purpose of my research is to inform others of the new tuition grant available in 2017. The opportunities are opening up for low-income families to educate themselves and rise above the poverty level. What we are left asking ourselves is, how is this possible? Once I had decided on a topic, I found all the information relevant to my topic. I created a research outline which helped me to format my thoughts from a rant into a well-structured research paper. The topic was so new that there was not a lot of information available to put together. I had to carefully stretch tidbits of information into well-formed paragraphs, and branching off into related areas of research was a must. Receiving peer feedback and professor feedback helped to make corrections and restructure where needed as well. Throughout the research process, I have completed an analysis of who actually qualifies for this free tuition. And if your household income is less than $50,000 annually, you will qualify for a tuition grant that covers today's average tuition fee. This does not take into consideration that the 3% tuition cap will expire as this new grant rolls into effect and may completely obliterate the reasoning behind providing higher grants if the cost of tuition skyrockets. While branching off and discovering facts about low-income family education statistics, I discovered that while higher tuition grants will be available, statistically they will have no effect on the decision to return to school. Many of the lower income students are leaving high school early to contribute financially to their family situation. Leaving work for post-secondary studies is not financially feasible, and if they do attempt to work full-time while in school, their grades begin to fail as they are unable to keep up with both. While the extra tuition is great and for some will go a long way, the money has not been added to the budget. It has been reallocated from the cost of fuel. Unfortunately, the government's plan is to raise the cost of fuel to offset the cost of this grant. If the cost of fuel raises, how will students be able to afford to get to school when public transportation costs raise as well? What about students like myself that commute? Everything we do is linked to fuel costs. Food transportation, consumer products that get shipped, the cost of life will raise, and low-income students will not be able to make ends meet. Food for thought. Statistically, students of a low-income household are 5 times more likely to fail their classes or drop out when met with the decision to work or study. How will providing tuition grants change the overall immediate financial situation of a member of a low-income household? If they fail or drop out of their classes, they will be left with school debts, as some grants become repayable if you are not successful. In conclusion, in 2017, the tuition grant will be higher for students with a household income of less than $50,000. Statistically, they will not be successful as they have to work and have a difficult time balancing studies and work. The tuition cap expiring as the tuition grant is implemented may be detrimental to the idea behind the grant of more opportunity for students of a low-income household if tuition skyrockets. A better idea would be to raise the cost of living and abolish low income. I feel like there was a communication error and a lack of research when the idea of the tuition grant was put into place. With the potential increase in tuition, more students will be unable to attend post secondary studies regardless of the tuition grant, and the hike in cost of fuel will be for nothing. Or perhaps it was extremely well thought out and they just really wanted to raise the cost of fuel without as much backlash from the public. For more information on the research behind the statistics of low-income dropouts, please visit the World Socialist website at www.wsws.org. To read more about the federal budget changes coming this 2017, please view this article featured in The Star at www.thestar.com.